Once upon a time, in a world far, far away, there was a fairy tale character named Prince Charming. He was handsome, brave, and always came to the rescue of damsels in distress. He lived in a magical kingdom where dragons roamed free and witches cast spells. One day, Prince Charming decided to take a break from his royal duties and visit modern-day society. He was curious about how much the world had changed since he last left his kingdom. He was in for a big surprise. As he walked around the city, he noticed that things were very different from what he was used to. People were rushing around, staring at their phones, and not paying attention to their surroundings. It was a far cry from the idyllic countryside he was used to. As he was walking, he bumped into a woman named Lisa, who was busy rushing to work. Lisa was a strong, independent woman who didn't believe in fairy tales. She found Prince Charming's outdated philosophies and chivalry amusing, but also a little bit annoying. Despite their differences, Prince Charming and Lisa found themselves drawn to each other. They went on dates, explored the city, and had fun together. They even went on a trip to the countryside where Prince Charming tried to impress Lisa with his sword-fighting skills. It didn't go so well. Throughout their adventures, they were accompanied by a small, adorable sidekick named Puff. Puff was a tiny dragon who loved to nap and eat candy. He was loyal to Prince Charming and followed him everywhere. As their relationship grew, Prince Charming began to realize that his fairy tale beliefs didn't exactly mesh with modern-day society. He found himself constantly making faux pas, offending people, and getting into trouble. He even tried to slay a dragon in the park, which didn't go over well with the animal rights activists. Lisa, on the other hand, found herself frustrated with Prince Charming's outdated attitude towards women. She tried to explain to him that she didn't need rescuing, that she was perfectly capable of taking care of herself, but Prince Charming just didn't get it. Their relationship hit a snag when Prince Charming proposed to Lisa with a diamond ring. Lisa was offended by the gesture, telling Prince Charming that it was an outdated tradition that she didn't believe in. Prince Charming was hurt and confused, not understanding why Lisa didn't want to be swept off her feet. In the end, Prince Charming and Lisa decided to go their separate ways. They realized that their differences were too great to overcome, but they remained friends, with Puff the Dragon as their loyal companion. As Prince Charming returned to his magical kingdom, he realized that fairy tales didn't always work out in real life, but he also realized that there was a lot he could learn from modern-day society. He vowed to keep an open mind and explore new ideas, even if they didn't always make sense to him. And as for Lisa, she continued to live her own life on her own terms, not conforming to anyone's expectations. She found happiness in her work, her friends, and her independence. And every once in a while, she would think back fondly on her time with Prince Charming, knowing that she had learned a lot from their brief but memorable relationship. But that was just the beginning of their tale. Prince Charming returned to his kingdom, determined to find a way to make his fairy tale beliefs work in modern society. He consulted with his advisors, read books on modern relationships, and even went to therapy. He was determined to become the best version of himself, both for him and for any future relationships he might have. Meanwhile, Lisa continued on with her life, enjoying her newfound independence. She worked hard at her job, made new friends, and even started dating again. But she couldn't help but wonder what would have happened if things had worked out differently with Prince Charming. One day, Prince Charming received a letter from Lisa. She had seen a flyer advertising a medieval fair, and she thought it would be a fun way to reconnect with him. Prince Charming was thrilled at the invitation and immediately made plans to attend. As Prince Charming arrived to the fair, he was amazed at how much it resembled his own kingdom. There were knights in shining armor, jousting competitions, and even a dragon petting zoo. He was in his element. But as he looked around the fair, he realized that something was missing. He felt a sense of emptiness, a longing for something more. He realized that what he really wanted was to be with Lisa. As he made his way through the fair, he finally found Lisa at a booth selling handcrafted jewelry. She looked beautiful, with her hair flowing in the breeze and a smile on her face. He knew that he had to try again. He approached her and apologized for his past mistakes. He told her that he had grown and changed, and that he was willing to learn and adapt to modern society. He begged for another chance. Lisa was hesitant at first, but she saw the sincerity in Prince Charming's eyes. She decided to give him another chance, but on one condition, that they would take things slow, and Prince Charming would have to prove himself. Prince Charming agreed, and they started dating again. This time, things were different. Prince Charming had learned from his past mistakes and was willing to listen to Lisa's perspective. He didn't try to rescue her or sweep her off her feet. Instead, he was a supportive partner who respected her independence. As their relationship deepened, they faced new challenges, but this time they faced them together. They worked through their differences, learned from each other, and grew as individuals. One day, Prince Charming proposed to Lisa again, but this time, he did it in a way that honored her beliefs and their shared values. He didn't use a diamond ring, but instead, he gave her a necklace made from a dragon's tooth. It was a symbol of their journey together, a reminder that they had overcome obstacles and grown together. Lisa said yes, and they got married in a small ceremony in the countryside. Prince Charming's kingdom and Lisa's modern-day society came together in a beautiful fusion of old and new. Puff the dragon was the ring bearer, and Lisa's best friend was the maid of honor. It was a celebration of love, growth, and the power of coming together. And they lived happily ever after, not in a fairy tale sense, but in a real-life sense. They faced challenges, made mistakes, but they always worked through them together. They learned that love wasn't just about rescuing someone or being swept off your feet. It was about mutual respect, support, and growth. Their journey was a reminder that fairy tales could be adapted to modern society, that old philosophies could be updated, and that love could be found in the most unexpected places. It was a tale of hope, of growth, and of the power of love.